Who's Sophia?
Sophia, that's it, Sophia.
The very silly elderly woman, don't you know?
I used to love watching that.
And you know Rose from
Yes,
the
Texan Rose.
What?
Wasn't that Texan Rose?
No, Minnesotan.
Is she from Minnesota or is she from?
Well, the character.
Texas girl.
No, the character is Minnesotan.
Her accents.
No. No, Texan would be different to that.
I thought she was a bit of a Texan girl.
Who Rose from?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a very funny program, The Golden Girls. Very, very funny characters.
Yeah. I used to watch that quite a lot.
No, I watched it quite a lot last year, actually. I went to about season 2. I haven't seen all the seasons yet, but I'm going to see how many I can go to.
Yeah. When you watch that on DVD?
Sometimes on the TV. Have you seen The Lovely Margaret lately?
Saw Margaret, I think Monday.
Okay. How is she?
Yeah, she's fine. She's yeah, she gave me a bag of cashew nuts to eat.
She what?
Gave me a bag of nuts.
She gave you a bag of nuts? But what was that for?
She always does.
Oh yes. I don't eat nuts, you see.
Sorry, Foxy.
It's just I don't eat nuts, if you didn't know.
Did you? Oh,
No.
I see.
No, I don't have nut allergy, but there are many nuts I don't like.
Fair enough.
Except for pistachios, when you just pull its pod, when you pull its shell and then you eat it, that's the nut I like.
I like pistachios as well, salted.
Yes.
I like cashew nuts.
Oh, cashew.
Really tasty. Very nice.
Yes, but I do eat a lot of fruit though, and I eat plenty of salad every week. Before I used to eat salad nearly 7 days a week last year, if you didn't know.
Did you?
I did, but then I slowed it down to about 3 or 4 days a week.
Very healthy.
Well, the reason why was because it would have made me underweight if I had it far too often.
You should be on a diet.
What?
You should be on a diet before that.
No, I wasn't on a diet. I was just doing it for I was just doing it as a healthily eating thing.
Very good, Foxy. Very good.
No, I do eat relatively healthily compared to a lot of people my age. A lot of people my age are just stuck to going fast foods regularly and all that. Not all, but some. But probably more than...
McDonald's.
Yes, more people my age, in theory, would probably go to a fast food slightly more than eating healthily.
I think they would.
I think you have noticed it these days, haven't you?
Oh, McDonald's is always very busy, isn't it?
Oh yes. Certainly a lot of youths in McDonald's.
Oh, Mac Youth.
Yes. Oh gosh.
You know what I got for lunch today, Foxy?
What did you get?
Soup.
Oh, very nice. What, vegetable soup?
No, broccoli and Stilton.
Oh, that's very fantastic. No, I do like a good vegetable soup. Especially pea or leek soup. A good healthy soup, as a matter of fact. It's a good healthy soup, as a matter of fact.
Yes, I had a nice chicken soup yesterday.
Yeah. You wouldn't eat it every day, would you?
What, broccoli and Stilton?
No, chicken soup. You wouldn't eat. No, would it make you put on too much weight?
Well, I've been told that, I need to put on a few pounds.
You need to put on a few pounds.
I'm underweight, undernourished.
You're underweight?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You're joking, are you?
Oh, seriously.
Oh gosh. Who said so?
Doctor.
When was this?
Oh, about a month ago.
Well, she didn't look underweight. She looked fairly lean upright.
Well, quite undernourished, I think. Slim.
Yeah.
How Charles is back?
Yeah, sure. Cheers. Count, yeah.
Oh, it's just to me you don't look undernourished. No. No, I'd have thought lean upright. But were you always fairly slim?
On and off.
Because I know you've got slightly bigger legs and slightly bigger arms than I do. What? What? Oh. But was anything wrong? But was anything wrong? What? No, slightly bigger.
Bigger.
Slightly bigger and slightly bigger legs. But were you always fairly slim?
No, not always. Not always, Foxy. Not always.
Because did you lose weight?
I did.
Because I noticed you haven't got as much of a tummy now.
No, it's that's out the cake.
What?
That's out the cake.
You still eat cake on occasions, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. Because I wouldn't say you were seriously, but I said you just had I would have thought you had a little bit of a tummy back in July.
Punch.
But not very big, just a little bit.
No, it wasn't huge like anybody else.
No, it wasn't like George.
No.
No, because I don't know if I'd say this, but I'd say George would be slightly obese if anyone asked me.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. But of course, you said I shouldn't say it to him, otherwise I get preached. Because he Because you said he preached you for it. I mean, Mark's not too bad. Has he lost any more weight? What? Oh yes. But Mark has lost weight, hasn't he? Hasn't Mark lost weight?
He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, because well, I can see he's still fairly overweight, but I know he's not very big, not exceptionally huge. Yeah, but you said it. But he's still a little bit chubby, isn't he? He's still a little bit chubby, isn't he? I mean, no offence. But he's still a little bit chubby, isn't he?
I mean, Mark was quite podgy.
Yeah, well, you said he was fairly chubby about a month ago.
Yeah, he was. He lost did really well.
I mean, he's still a little bit chubby, but not as, isn't he?
It's what, sorry?
He's still a little bit, but not as chubby now, isn't he?
No. He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. Is he back to his normal diet, or is he still on the diet he's on?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe something special. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. No. But he's still smoking, isn't he?
Oh, yes. Yes. He likes a cigarette.
Yeah. I haven't seen him smoking as many cigarettes compared to Piers.
I think Piers is more a heavy smoker.
Yes. No, I have seen him because I remembered the first time I met him, which was last year, when we'd stopped in Banningsvale in East Sussex. He got out and he was just smoking his cigarettes whilst we were waiting. We were waiting for about 5-10 minutes, and I think he smoked at least 1 or 2 cigarettes.
He must like smoking.
What?
He must like
Yeah.
smoking.
Did you ever smoke heavily?
Yeah, I told you, Foxy. Yeah. Yeah, I smoked for quite a few years.
Were you young when you started smoking?
Yeah, I was actually, yeah.
But how old were you when you started smoking?
When I first started driving buses, I started smoking.
Really? Was that when you were in your 20s?
In those days, we used to smoke whilst we're driving.
But you wouldn't now?
No. Yeah, before we did.
No. Because you passed your test in 1994, didn't you?
That's good memory, Foxy, yes.
Don't know why I thought this, but I thought you passed it later than that before you told me.
No, 94.
Yes.
In those days, we used to have a sneaky cigarette.
Oh gosh. And
Driving around.
and did you ever have a sneaky pint?
No.
Or otherwise would you get sacked?
Well, it's different times, Foxy. Different times. But now, Thursday's very different.
Yes, I could imagine so, yes.
Very different.
Very different indeed in 1994.
I mean, lots of bus garages had bars, social clubs.
Yes. And what was London buses like in 2000? What was it like in 2000?
It was, I don't know, it was the same as well.
It wasn't too rough, was it?
No, it wasn't actually. No, it wasn't.
No.
No, never. Maybe a bit rough now though.
Oh, too rough. In some areas of London.
Yes.
And apparently it's becoming less affordable, if you didn't know.
Oh, that's not surprising.
What?
That's not surprising. Everywhere's becoming very expensive.
Yes,
Even Brighton becoming very expensive.
exactly. Yes. Rent's slightly affordable compared to mortgage these days.
Yeah. Yeah, rent is very expensive.
Yes.
Very.
Is it because the government's going to charge more tax?
Who is?
The government.
Maybe they will. Building lots of new places around Brighton and Shore and things.
Well, Shoreham's cheaper than Brighton, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But it is... What?
Shore.
Yes.
Yeah, they're building lots of expensive flats around there.
Well, you didn't think there was anything wrong with Shoreham, did you?
No, I quite like Shore.
No, it's a very lovely place.
Nice place.
I've been going there on and off for about 10, 11 years now, to Shoreham.
Yeah, I like Shore, Foxy.
Yeah, I used to go to Shoreham quite a lot with my grandmother about 10, 11 years ago. Definitely in 2008 and almost certainly in 2009.
I like Shore, it's okay.
Oh yes, I went there a lot in the summer of 2009. Well, quite often in the summer of 2009.
Okay.
I went there with my grandmother and my brother quite a bit. Sometimes.
When was the last time you was there?
In December of 2018, when I went on my own.
They've built some new flats there now.
Yes, and they've still got the old houseboats. They've got the old houseboats still,
They have. It's still there.
but they've got a new footbridge if you saw.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I used to walk along the old footbridge with my grandmother quite a bit.
I remember the old footbridge, yes.
Yeah, sometimes I'd walk on it with Edmund. Sometimes my step grandfather.
Okay. That's nice.
Don't know if he'd do it now because he's quite he's feeling a bit rough at the moment. But I'm sure he'll do it one day if he ever gets better.
Yeah, let's hope so, Foxy.
Yes, but he's only 73, so he's not that old to go down the hill.
No, that's quite. No, it's not. Is it?
No.
No, 73 is.
No, he looks much older than that though.
He does.
No, he looks at least 90 if you'd ever see him.
Oh, right.
No, well how you can tell is his face is all wrinkled and the glasses he wears. And plus he's very underweight also now, which could explain why he's gone down the hill.
Alright, so it's here, Foxy.
Yeah, because I don't know if you know this, but he only weighs a surprising 7 stone 8, if you didn't know.
That's all.
What?
That's all.
That's what he weighs these days.
Not very much.
No, he's a bit shorter than I am, and very very thin. Which is actually less than me actually, 7 stone 8.
No, you weigh.
No, I weigh more than that. No, more than that.
Alright.
you. Just kick it out, where am I?
About 14.
What?
14.
Got 14 stone? No, about 10 and a half maybe? But what's wrong? Was there anything wrong?
No.
But
What are you guessing, Foxy?
yes, that's alright. No,
What are you guessing?
no, I used to be underweight, but I'm not now. No, I'm a steadier weight now, because I actually weighed myself not too long ago, and do you know what I was?
No.
About 65.1 kilograms.
How many stones is that?
That's about 10, just over 10 stone.
Not much.
Well, it's not underweight, but it's a fairly steady weight for someone of my height.
I respect you, Foxy.
What?
Quite reasonable.
Oh, yes. No, but poor Edmund, who's slightly shorter than I am, is only about 7 stone 8, which is far less than 65 kilos. If you didn't know.
Okay.
Ah. No, well, he hasn't really been particularly healthy for the past 20 odd years of his life, you know.
He hasn't.
Well, because about 20 odd years ago he suffered a severe heart attack.
Yeah.
Yes. So that he had to undergo quadruple bypass surgery.
When was this? About 20 years ago?
20 odd years ago or so, yes. And yes, but very sadly, once they finished doing work on his bypass, they accidentally damaged his esophagus.
Right.
So he has, so he can't always swallow as well. So eating and drinking's not his thing, really his thing now, because he doesn't really eat very much or drink very much now.
Right. Sorry to hear that.
Yes. And also now he's got another thing. Now he has to take medication for not only his bad heart, but also for his thrombocytopenias.
Wait, what, sorry?
His thrombocytopenias. You know, because you know when you need a certain number of red blood cells, he has double the number of that, so he has to take medication to slow it down.
Right. Does he have that for life?
Well, he hasn't got it terminally, but he won't get better from it. But the medication he takes, it sadly takes tolls on him.
There's always something, Foxy.
Yes. Which could explain why he's now very underweight now. But he's all there mentally. I mean, he can still go out, but he can't walk as far now. I mean, because if he takes the medication, he can feel rather tired. He can feel very tired.
He still goes out.
Oh yes, he does.
That's good.
But he just doesn't look very good. That night. No, but my grandmother's okay. I mean, she's not too bad, but can be deeply concerned over Edmund's health sometimes.
Your grandma's okay.
Oh yes, she's okay.
That's good, Foxy.
A bit of a character, and has a slightly strong temperament.
Oh. I see. Well.
I mean, did your mother have a strong temperament?
Sorry, Foxy.
Did your mother have a strong temperament?
grandma?
No, your mother.
Yeah, she did. She's very strong.
With a strong temperament?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
I would say so, yes. No, she was okay. Strong.